every time.
If it's really magic, just suck my gooch and lick it.
Okay, what was I just about to say? I was about to ask you about.
What was I just saying?
Man, I forget. Goddamn. Literally.
What were you when we were streaming earlier? You were like, oh, I can't talk. I save it for the pod. What were you going to ask me about?
Oh, goodness gracious. I should have wrote it down on a notepad.
You should have. We have this wonderful note document here.
Bro, by the way, the funniest people, if you're watching this, you're so funny. You're fucking so funny. Asking for an OnlyFans link every time I post a picture of anything. You're so funny, dude. You're hilarious. You're so like, what? Me? What? An OnlyFans link? Come on. We know that that's a thing out there, and you tied it into my online presence.
You would make Matt guap.
This guy needs to write for Sunday Night Live, a new show.
You should get an OnlyFans link, but just not send it to him. That'd be the better way to get at him, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I want to make an OnlyFans that's just my dick.
Yeah. There you go. You don't have to
charge people $50 a month, but that's too much. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. It's out there. Yeah, if you want it,
one is $50.
Dude,
yeah, that's what it's worth.
My famous ass dick is worth $50. Sorry.
I was playing Rebirth with Walry, and we got matched up with this random kid, and he was talking about how his girlfriend has she'll just sell her underwear and just make bands, and then that he has an OnlyFans and it's neck down, and he makes $5K a month from that. And then and I don't know if he's telling the truth or not, obviously. But then he said that he wanted to make a new OnlyFans, but it's going to be him literally going around town and shooting homeless people with a paintball gun. And I was like, okay,
what's this guy's address and name?
I was like,
that's not good.
I was like, edgy, dude. You're crazy.
That's really helpful for anything or anyone.
Dude, people will pay for that. People probably would pay for that.
Ethical in every fucking conceivable way.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Just people like it, man. It's fun. It wakes them up.
Oh,
stops them from ODing, man.
Jeez. Yeah. Well, anyways.
Yeah.
That guy was fucked up.
You know what a fucking ass? Oh, fuck that shit. Because at first I was like, damn, maybe I need to. And then you said that. I'm like, oh, he's that type of person. Okay. Never mind.
Oh.
Maybe I don't need to involve myself in such an enterprise.
Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, there's always that one guy that you hang out with once and then someone else brought and you're just like, hey, we should hang out. That dude was fun. And then they're just like, no, we don't hang out with that guy anymore.
No, dude.
All you're trying to
that was last week, though.
All you're trying to describe is how Cannibal Corpse raped your face and then suddenly he has an anime sequence where he's like, the fight is on. We must duel. Dun, 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 dun. You have dishonored the concept of people being raped. It is time to fight. Fuck that, bro. Hey, if you're watching this, suck my fucking balls. Where are you now? What do you do in your life? Probably fucking nothing.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, they're nobody, right? You didn't know them at that party, really?
I mean, I knew them because I met them that evening. That was really
right. That's it.
Wait, this is the person that's asking you for OnlyFans?
Yes.
Yeah, it was that person in 2015.
I said, I'll make an OnlyFans where I put on Cannibal Corpse and then they rape my face. And they were like, dude, let me break down for you the multidimensional facets of why that is problematic and non-intersectional in non-linear thinking. In any way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why? Why are you this way?
Did you just put on Hasbro's YouTube channel full of?
Yeah. Well, I thought it was.
Yeah, dude.
Is that a Hasbro?
I thought it was episodes. I thought it was episodes of Transformers. But it seems like there's video bullshit ad stuff.
Yeah, it's a streaming app for only people that have brothers. Hasbro, get it?
Oh man, dude, I watched The Fly last night.
Which one?
The
Jeff
Fly.
Goldblum. The Fly.
Yeah, Jeff.
The only one.
The movie The Fly, the big one, the one that everyone knows. That was good.
I watched Schindler's List last night. Which one?
Original or director's cut?
I watched Goodfellas
50
last
version?
night. Which one?
How was The Fly? I haven't seen that one.
It's
You like
gross, dude. That shit
It
was
is
awesome.
very gross.
That shit was
gross.
awesome. It was disgusting though. Jeff
you seen-
Goldblum went from so handsome to just a literal
Yeah.
monster.
a literal monster.
A literal monster.
A literal beast of burden.
Have you seen a trailer for this movie Fried Berry?
Nope.
It's like a South African film, but it looked wild. Like it just was on my homepage or something. You know when you get into those like YouTube rabbit holes where you're like, it's just like trailers for movies that are coming out, but it's like smaller movies. Yeah. But it was just like in that loop, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But it looked really crazy. So I was hoping you had heard of it because you kind of be watching those, what do you call them? You know, like you watched that one movie like Possessor. So it's like a smaller, like thriller, like horror. It looked like in that kind of.
Did you see the footage of the armored tank, like armored car trying to get robbed on the freeway in the broad daylight in South Africa?
That shit was nuts.
It's like
where?
fucking shit, man. We've got to get the other people. Like
I
it was
didn't
in
even
South
watch the sound
Africa,
on.
and there's two pieces of footage. Basically, an armored truck is driving on the freeway in South Africa, and then suddenly it's literally like a Call of Duty mission. Like some white truck pickup drives up behind them and starts shooting at them to like rob them. Like, and there's like bullets hitting the bulletproof glass and like making huge like web patterns on the window. And the first footage is just like these two guys, and one's driving, and one's got like an AR-15, and they're getting shot at, and then they're like swerving around cars and shit. Yeah. And there's that footage of like the two of them, and then there's the front facing footage. You can see them actually like swerving, like trying to run the guys over, like because there's like a car parked further up the freeway, like ahead of them, that tries to like pin them down, and they like have to swerve around that too. It's like fucking insane. You know, in South Africa, we've got to get cash any way we can, mate. Yeah. So you've got to rob a armored truck. I don't have an accent.
Yeah, South African is like, what even is that?
One.
You know,
South African.
You gotta just watch District 9 a few times. You'll get it.
Yeah. What's that guy's name? Shane
Vickers.
The main
Shane Vickers.
No, the main character of District 9 and
is Vickers.
I believe it's Vickers Grundlesnout.
No, I mean the actor. He's also
Vickers
Murdoch in the A-Team.
Grundlefly. Yeah, that's the name of the fucking thing from The Fly, isn't it?
What is Grundlefly? He's also in Elysium and what's that other? Oh, and Chappie. He's in all those fucking movies.
I forgot the whole name, innit?
All right. Well, let's get to the
bottom of this.
Wickus District 9.
Because he's got the most South African.
Hey, Tony, shut the fuck up real quick.
Charlton Copley.
Charlton Copley.
I forgot something, guys. I gotta be really honest.
Fuck.
That you're a big gay asshole?
No, I would never forget that. I forgot to introduce the podcast.
Oh, darn.
Cunt.
Dang.
Just cunt. Just cunt.
Just cunt.
Just a cunt. Just a cunt. Honestly. Just a cunt.
We'll get on with it.
Well, yeah, real quick. I want to look up what Berserk 1997 anime looks like. Google Images.
There you
Let's
go.
Just see. Oh, yeah, it looks tight. Tight. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know that, it is Monday, May 10th, 2021. Welcome to another episode of Woke and Boke. Boom. Did I add a boom last episode? I can't remember if I did or not.
So.
I think if I said it, I wouldn't forget to edit it in, but whatever. It's episode 84 to be exact. I'm your host, Connor Boyd. Joined, as always, by my best friends from the Great Gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri. We have Max Sanza here today. Max, how are you?
Hi, everyone. Hi. Yeah. Oh. Hey,
oh.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh. Hey.
Glad to be here.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Hey.
Good to see you. Glad to be here. We also have
Thanks for having me.
no problem. As I said before, I'm your host, Connor Boyd. If I didn't say that, I did say that. But we're also joined by the most normal man who ever lived. Tony Harrop is here today.
Hi.
Tony had a ham on you, mate.
I'm okay. No, I'm doing good.
Oh, all right.
Good.
I had a bit of a rough week. You know, I thought I was sick this week. Got a COVID test, came back positive, so we're all good. And
What?
Sick. Yeah.
I mean,
No,
good
positive
results.
is the good
I came back negative. We're all good. I
you
did
have
say
it?
I worked from home for 2 days, but I still feel like kind of just like groggy from it.
Uh-huh.
But it was just like sort of a headache and like a sore throat type of thing.
I feel tired too,
Yeah.
but just because I just ate an entire chopped cheese on a hero.
Mm.
That'll
really.
happen.
That made me a little sweepy, the sugar
That'll
crash.
get you there. That'll knock you down a few.
Yeah, man. But Tony, are you vaccinated yet?
No, but I'm going to be hopefully this week. They do it everywhere here. They got them at Walgreens, CVS.
Getting your first shot or second?
first.
Right. Max, what about you?
I'm done.
He's done. Oh, that's right. You've been done. You were done before I was.
McDone.
I do this cool
Yeah.
thing where I put stuff off for a really long time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. This is a good one. To
It's
do
worked
that.
out so far.
This is a great one to exercise that principle on as well.
Can you imagine a motherfucker dying of COVID like this August? Because they procrastinated.
Oh my god.
Like, yeah, my life is just, I ended my entire life because I treated this like a homework assignment. I didn't feel like doing it. I'm dead now.
Like totally
Like a
susceptible to. I got
32-year-old
asthma.
guy. Like a 32-year-old guy who just put it off.
Yeah. Just,
Yeah. You have asthma, Tony. You could have gotten it in fucking March probably.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's funny as shit.
Oh well.
Yeah, I think I
just
got my.
cheesed it.
I think I got my
I've had
second.
really good luck with acquiring things that are hard to acquire this year.
Yeah, intelligence.
Yeah, and I mean, I didn't get that yet.
It's
I
on the
did get
way.
a PS5.
Speaking of acquiring, my
So-
fucking hymns still hasn't shown up yet. It was supposed to come last Monday, so I'm going to call about that.
It's like
I'll look that
hymnals,
up.
like from church.
Yes,
got a book?
the hymns,
Got a book coming?
the psalms. I'm waiting on some psalms to fix my hair.
Let me know what your favorite page is. I've been thinking about buying one.
Every week we get together and catch up on the latest in things like video games, current events, sexual misconduct, movies, cold coffee, cold brew, Bosiety, Chadwick Boseman, music, and more. Subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't already, and also click the link in the description to join our Discord. We have a thriving Discord of Woke and Boke Friendship Militia members. And follow us on Spotify if you're not already doing it. If you like the audio-only version, it's on Spotify and it's on Apple Podcasts, so you don't miss a single episode. Also, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Our Twitter is @WokeandBokePod, and our Instagram is @WokeandBokePodcast to get updates on the podcast every week. And reach out to our Gmail, WokeandBokePodcast@gmail.com, with your questions, comments, and suggestions, and we will read them on the show. And links to all of these are listed in the show description. So there you have it.
The Jace. There it is.
A
There's the info.
Jace.
There's the read.
Yeah, man, I'm going to edit this bitch the moment we stop. Just, vibe this afternoon personally.
Just go with
Nice.
it. That's not a bad move.
I'm a meal prep
Dude, I
after
found
this
out-
and then chill.
I found out the volume at which I can leave podcasts on in the background when I'm doing like audio work.
Oh,
It's tight.
That's
It's making me feel nice.
wild that you would do.
Probably a terrible decision,
Wow.
but
Wow. That's like if I was editing this podcast and had another
listening to
podcast.
another podcast.
That's
Yeah, no, I just make it like whisper quiet in the background.
that's
So
like
if
an
I,
advanced form of pod addiction that you have. That's the thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just a fucking luxury I miss of doing other work.
See, the nasty thing for me is that we obviously have YouTube Premium, but on top of that, they have like Cumtown has those, or not Cumtown, but the Cumtown fan base has those. Just any
Little
episode,
bits.
any episode you want, just broadcasting at all times.
Just
on
the
like the
radios.
little like the radios, and that is like there's no better just background noise show than that, and just having being able to go to
Sometimes
that.
they
all
add
the time.
music. They add
little sound effects.
little flares here and there.
I like that.
We
We might have to do a Welcome Boke radio at
segments.
some point on our YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
We'll have
That'd be
just
cool.
sheer content at a point.
Yeah, I mean, we
Like,
have
here's enough.
83 episodes, so that could be 2 full days of podcast time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
What do you think about it?
When you think about it.
What do you
That's
think about it?
Actually, 24 times 4, man. Oh, we're getting close to having 4 straight days of Welcome Boke. You could listen to 4 days of Welcome
Get
Boke.
96. We want to get to 96. That's 4 straight days.
Yep. Are you on Molly, Tony? Why are you like, that's 4 straight days?
I was biting my lip because I got a little dead skin on it.
I need to go to a doctor so I can start
Hungry.
doing hard drugs again. That's the real issue.
Putting that off until you see a doctor.
I need to see. I'm a Vulcan. I need to see a doctor and use logic to understand my heart
see a
isn't going to collapse off of a mild amount of smoke.
Schmarg.
Yeah, but you stopped that though, right? Cut it.
I'm doing baby steps to get back, but it's definitely I have like definitely have a refound sort of respect for drugs in terms of their ability to mentally throw you off. Like ever since this like whole little wave of chest tightness and shit has been a thing, I'm like, oh, I need to like. First of all, I need to go see a doctor and have them tell me like, you have a healthy heart, you're gonna be fine. You should probably just stop doing this, that, and the third, because I think that'll help psychologically. But I mean, also it's like I don't know. I've been like we watched The Matrix, and so I smoked some weed before that, and it was like oh, I gotta like don't get too hot, don't get too worried, like it's still I gotta kind of have like a more humble relationship with drugs now. And then I'm afraid of like, well, if I do acid, I mean, is that gonna freak me out, but I feel like acid is anxiety proof almost.
I mean,
right? I mean, if you're in an anxious, fucked up mood, then yeah. But like, if you just have generalized anxiety, I don't think acid makes you. Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't have generalized anxiety, so I wouldn't know. But I feel like, anyone is susceptible to it, kind of rubbing them the wrong way if they're in the wrong situation. I gotta admit though, when I did have my little spell when I was watching the Oscars, I was able to handle it pretty well, honestly. Little spell. I feel like I have a good mind in terms of realizing that shit's just kind of all in my head and just letting it ride out. Yeah. I mean, that's a big part of it. It's just like realizing it will always pass for one, Yeah. Like just guaranteed. But acid, like once you're doing that come up lasts for like 45 minutes. So you could really like, although honestly, the come up vibe before you break into the peak, like the most scary part, which I think is the come up when you're like, it's working. Holy shit. Like if it's a really hard trip, I feel like that only lasts like 20 minutes maybe, right? No, like an hour. Of the scary part? Of the scariest part? I don't know if there's any sort of scary part, but like, I mean, the overwhelming, like, whoa, it's kicking in part. That sometimes can be a little, mushrooms.
For like 10, 15 minutes, probably.
Well, you just feel like you could be scared or freaked out easily. That little, like, tender, vulnerable space you're in. Yeah. Where you're like, I just got to chill.
It's hard to deny the feeling of like, oh, I had a weird experience before. Is this one going to be weird? And then that can almost kind of throw you into something. Yeah. But it usually goes away.
But I've never had a bad experience.
Break through it, then you just at one point stop thinking about it, and you don't even realize that you do until you're just like, oh, the wall's moving.
Yeah. God, I love acid so much. Sick. Man. I really do. So I'm going to go to a doctor, maybe go to therapy, just kind of reset. I'm getting more into cocktails, getting more into, drinks instead of beer. Yeah, instead of beer. But I mean, like also instead of like smoking and stuff like that. So indeed. Yeah. That's good. I need to see a doctor too, honestly. It's been too long.
Yeah, I think my checkup's coming up. So I got.
I like how Tony has the tamest out of the three of us shirt wise. Like,
Or my best
Max
Volcom
has a
shirt.
full. Yeah. How many of those do you have?
Volcom? Just one.
Oh, okay. You can throw that away.
I got a reckless one too, like Young and Reckless. Actually, two of those.
Yeah, garbage. That's goes straight to the trash.
You
And
got
then
me
two
smart.
Ruka shirts too. RBCA.
It's laterally as bad.
Also got
Go ahead. No.
got two diamond shirts.
Oh my god! How do you have one of each just completely mid-tier dog shit? Folks,
They're literally all PacSun brands. It's like literally just my
that's
shirt
what it is.
from high
That's
school.
what it is.
They're mainly just like my pajama shirts now, though. They're comfortable and like they fit me nice, you know. So they're just what I wear around the house.
Wow.
I would never like wear them to like a bar though.
What a compelling reason to wear a t-shirt. They're comfortable and they fit me well. No one's ever done that.
Wow, dude.
You know, I actually I have this little strategy. I keep some t-shirts that I wouldn't wear out. I wear them to bed because they're like comfortable and they fit me. So that's kind of like my personal strategy is I like to take some shirts that I don't wear out and I wear them to bed. Does anyone else do that?
No.
I grew up watching my parents wear like 18-year-old like triathlon like t-shirts.
Right. That's these for me. I don't do fucking triathlons. I shopped at PacSun in high school. I fucking got some left over.
I'm just strictly just boxers, nothing else. I'm just airing out because
I'm
take it off
out in my apartment at all times, and if I have to go to the bathroom, I put my jock strap on. It's just ass hair.
I mean, I sleep just in my underwear, but like when I'm chilling all day on a Sunday, like I'm not like throwing on
just to hang out, the lounge.
I'm not strictly. See, that's the thing. I'm not strictly an underwear only going to bed type of guy because sometimes it's mad cozy to have a t-shirt, some gym shorts, socks, maybe sometimes even having sweatpants on.
Maybe just putting the shoes on. Get the.
And also, I'm a big hairy boss.
Dude.
You know what I mean? If I go to bed, sometimes that shit's itchy having your shirt off and shit.
Yeah, see, I definitely do. I don't need extra clothes on because they can get like wrinkled under you, and it can just be like you can like have to shift them around and shit.
By the way, how much time had we done? Because it's been 15 minutes. How much time had we done?
Like 20, 25.
Okay, because I'm looking at it says 38 minutes for me right now. So
so that's 22 or 23 minutes.
Yeah, we're about 22, 23 minutes.
All right, so that just minus 15 from what? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So the recording.
Because you can also look for that first clap.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm gonna get the clap and kill myself. You don't want your clothes to wrinkle, you said?
Because like if you're in a shirt, right, and you turn over, it could like, get caught and like then you're all like kind of restricted,
tied up.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes that is annoying, but for some reason I never really feel that. I never feel that shit.
Well, lucky you.
Yeah, I sleep.
Some of us aren't so lucky.
Yeah, you have been known to just fully pass out, just in
fully clothed,
fully dressed. So it's just, so that's not really shocking.
I have some form of sleep apnea or narcolepsy or something. I don't know what it is, but
no, I think you just hit like dad tired early in life because it's just like a classic. Just once dad sits in the recliner, he's locked in until he passes out. Like that's just a classic American father. I
had like an Inception level fucking dream like last night. It was like a 4-day dream. Like it was like, like I was deep in that shit, bro. I was deep. Like I've been sleeping deep on this fucking bed over here, man. Yeah.
That's good. You actually aren't getting sleep though when you're dreaming, right? Isn't that how it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like your brain isn't actually, you're not getting rest,
No, REM sleep is like when your brain is like in its deepest rest. I'm pretty sure. Let me look this shit up. I'm making shit up.
I imagine
Are you sleeping when you shift realities? The first question. Are you sleeping when you shift realities?
That's like a TikTok trend.
Sleep. Like I shifted to the Harry Potter book. The last two stages of non-REM sleep is when you sleep deeply. It's hard to wake up from the stage of sleep. REM sleep happens about an hour to an hour and a half after falling asleep. REM sleep is when you tend to have vivid dreams.
There you
It's
go.
not answering my question.
Oh, I think it just did. Like, yeah, if you're dreaming, you're sleeping real hard.
Yeah.
Like,
But
that's
the
my
last two
interpretation.
stage of non-REM sleep is when you sleep deeply.
Maybe I'm thinking of when you're drunk, you don't actually get any sleep, even though you sleep really
Well, when you're
deeply.
high, you don't dream. That's apparently what happens. You don't.
That's
Yeah,
not true.
facts.
That's certainly not true.
Well, I don't know. Mine are
Motherfucker.
few and far between, dude. I don't know.
I am a statesman and a scholar, and that is not true. Cannabis. I have
Hey.
cannabis dreams all the time.
Nay,
That is certainly not true. Liberty and freedom is part of. I don't know, but just the way Tony said that, it sounds like he
Stoner's
spoke up in like some Philadelphia courthouse while they were drafting some bills.
Just like,
That's the
nay,
vigor
sir.
with which I said it.
That is certainly
Nay.
not true.
I beseech thee, and thou'st claims.
Yeah,
Somehow Tony brought this podcast to an ass grinding halt, and we're still back on. We still
We
got
back.
momentum.
No,
Somehow.
no problems.
Nope, that was a big problem. Let's never
No,
do
there was
that again.
no. I was fine.
That was a
think it was
massive
you.
issue. I was so pissed. I was about ready to not publish this episode.
It was worth the wait.
Yeah.
We back.
We can watch, so we can watch Hasbro suggested videos behind you. Would you like to watch another Transformers video?
Would you like another 10-second clip of the Transformers show?
Why don't you put on one of? Yeah, you got to
I
get.
thought
like
it was full
Transformers
episodes,
DVDs.
but it's just little clips. Maybe I'll just put on some G1. You know, the classic.
Put on
fuck is
Shia
G-
LaBeouf in Transformers.
Autobots
Fucking
roll out. That shit.
Wow.
But I
We're
went into
gonna
a
fuck
wine store
Megatron
yesterday.
right in his ass.
What kind of wine did you retrieve?
Well, I was trying to get some natural wine, which is a thing, but I went to this bougie ass wine store like on Spring Street in Greenwich Village, and it was there was a shelf that had $5,000 bottles of wine from like 2000. And and I was like, "Do you guys have any natural wine?" And the guy was like, "Do you mean the orange wine or organic wine?" And I'm like,
Neither.
I guess the organic wine. And he just pointed me just this corner where there was just some dark ass red wine. I'm like, no, I mean like the fucking rich citrusy clear wine. Like that's what I want. And then this guy
Like a white wine?
with a super thick accent, I couldn't even place what it was. He was like, that wine is, they say it's organic, but then it's vegan and they say it's just a marketing term and you can get regular wine, but they want it through the soil and they throw it through the egg whites and that gets you the regular wine. But at the end of the day, it's the same wine. You could do that for 10 years. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm
I
sorry.
said at
Oh my
all. I don't know
God.
what the fuck you just said.
I fucking hate wine, so I hate
Yeah.
this story and I hate you for buying it.
Okay,
To my
well,
understanding,
organic
natural wine is juice. Like, basically
natural wine is wine that doesn't have flavors added to it because they
okay.
add shit to regular wine. They take it.
Yeah, the
Right.
tannin.
Natural wine is clear. Is like you can see through it. You can hold it. You can
Bless
hold a
you.
bottle of it up to the sun. You can see through it. You what? You said
Really?
bless you to
Chelsea
somebody?
sneezed 2 times a lot. Big.
All right, I need you to focus. This is important.
Hey, dude, I'm here with the tannin talk.
She's
I'm in
not
on the
here.
wine.
She's not here. She does not exist in your world on Boke
Hey,
and Boke time.
those were reality splitting sneezes. I just, I had to make sure she was okay and show my concern.
I
But
mean,
this
I
guy
never-
said all this shit, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, like I don't give a shit. Like, I'm telling you, literally across the street and down the block was a natural wine store. We just happened to pass it because we were like, oh, we're gonna keep looking for bars, and then we're like, all right, fuck it, we'll just get a bottle of wine. So there was a wine store right there. We had been there before, so we stepped in. But yeah, this guy goes off on me, like basically telling me I'm an idiot because natural wine is just a marketing term and it doesn't actually real and it's not. There's no difference. And it's like, I'm sorry, I went to a natural wine, the Wine Hut
Yeah.
on 6th Ave. It's a beautiful small little shop full of natural wine, and I had a bottle and it was fucking delicious. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I held up the label of the wine I got. I'm like, do you have this then? And they're like, no. And I'm like,
All right,
okay.
later.
I'm like, can you recommend a good rosé then? And then the nicer guy at the store was like, oh yeah, this one. And it was like orange wine. I'm like, okay. And it was really good. But it's
there you
just
go.
like, it's just a mixture of white wine and like some other shit. It makes it orange. But yeah, I'm like,
Wine
because
makes
white
me wanna
wine is
die.
because natural wine is delicious. White wine makes you want to. You've never had good wine. You
No, just wine in general.
pedestrian fuck.
Just wine
What?
in general. I've had many wines. Red wines, white wines, rosés.
Transformers, head ass,
I've
blues
sampled the
pennant,
finest
fucking
wine.
flat bill, fucking Mizzou hat. Yeah, I know you've never had fucking good wine.
I've had good wines. Do you think my parents don't buy good
Fuck
wines?
Tony. Yeah, this is the fuck Tony. Actually, I'm naming this episode.
You think my
Fuck
parents
Tony.
buy bad wine? Is that what this
This
is?
episode's gonna be
Oh my
fuck
God.
Tony.
No, but fucking yeah, wine is a tough one for me.
I'm gonna be
Y'all
upset
some-
that you thought that too.
Y'all some bustas is how I would describe it.
I like white wine. I like I like rosé. I like whatever wine Chelsea buys. I usually trust because she doesn't drink bullshit wine.
I mean, red wine can be a little inky, a little chalky. It can be a little too thick and it can stain your teeth. That I do get annoyed by. But wine is still good, bro. You ever gotten drunk off wine? A wine?
Not like fully drunk.
That's a vibe.
Not like drunk, but I drink a lot
Getting
of
wine drunk is a vibe at Thanksgiving, at that type of shit.
Is it a different drunk?
How does it stack up to
every drunk is
morning
different.
brunch
Tequila
when most
drunk
are
is different than vodka drunk, which is different than gin drunk, which is different than wine drunk.
How does it stack
See,
up to
that's
the-
why I'm
a
getting
brunch
into
mimosa
drinking
drunk?
and mixology is because that shit is a vibe.
Oh
And
my bad. It's a
weed, it's just like, yeah, these are tricorner hat, tricolony nugs. And it's like, I'm sorry. When I'm high, I'm
You
just
can
like,
smoke this and not take a shower for sure.
because here's the difference between being drunk and being high. Being drunk, you're willing to cook food, you're willing to go walk around, you're willing to go out, you're willing to have sex, you're willing to do all kinds of shit. Being high, you don't feel like doing anything. You want to go home and bundle up and watch some shit.
Mm.
I don't know. This dad is pretty crazy, man.
What do you want?
So yeah,
No rebuttal.
that's what you want to do, guaranteed every time.
Tony, you smoke before you go paintballing?
Yeah. While I'm there, before, during, after,
You're like hiding in a bush.
take it onto the field. Just yeah,
Have you ever done that?
yeah.
Like, part of the safety measures, we absolutely cannot have any drinking, smoking, weed, DMT doing on the field. You leave that in your lockers. And you're just like,
Pens are so low key, dude. You just like hide it in your sleeve, just like sling it out like a fucking.
Inspector Gadget it. Just fucking.
like the Travis Bickle taxi driver gun that just comes out of your sleeve.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just like it's.
Sick.
I'm trying to think of
I mean, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Assassin's
blade.
Creed. That's what I was. It was like, who the
Yeah.
fuck does that with the knife? Yeah, but it's just with the
Who the fuck does that with a knife?
off out of the wrist right there.
Who does that with a race and a knife?
Yeah, but it's for sure. Something I do at the paintball field every time.
Nice. I want to get into paintballing. I mean, I do.
You should. It's super fun.
Yeah, man. I feel like I'd be good at it. I need to get into boxing first, though. Like, but dude, it's tough. Like,
Get your
I
cardio
looked at
good.
all these gyms, and it's like, first of all, shit's not very close, any of them, and second of all, that shit's expensive, dude. The fucking one in fucking
in right
Williamsburg, like Overstrike Gym or something, Defiant Gym or whatever the fuck it's fucking called. The fucking like the most cringy fucking millennial like boxing gym that's like join the revolution of boxing.
Oh yeah.
It's like $500 for like 5 personal sessions or something like
Yeah,
that.
no, you
That's
got to go find
insane.
a dude you got to go find a dude like my boy Jamie. You got to go find a dude that just has a garage somewhere.
Right.
And 6 people, you go into the garage and then he just makes you sweat for 2 straight hours, 4 times a week. And then, and then you pay him whatever you pay him.
No, I want to get into killer shape. Like, I want to kill people type shape.
Yeah.
Dude, I was walking around. Some dude got aggro at Grant in one of these stores. Was like, "You looking at pussy?" And he was like smaller than me. And I'm like, see, the thing is, if I get in a street fight, I'm doing all bows. That's the thing, because I know how to throw bows. I know how to.
Also, you can hit
I
him
did
with the-
taekwondo. I know how to like.
Don't throw
Yeah.
your fist because you break your hand. You know, you got to hit
Exactly,
him
you got to hit him with the palm.
One of those, you know.
Dude, I was watching. Dude, I watched Matrix 1 and 2. That's honestly, Matrix 1 is one of the most like inspiring movies ever.
Mhm.
Ever. Like the moment when he just finally and stops the bullets. That shit is so epic, bro.
Yeah, it's gas.
Oh yeah.
But like that movie really epitomizes like the peak of culture, really. It like that like 2000s corporate blue skies, glass windows,
Mhm.
you know, 1999 cell phones, you know, grass,
It's all happening.
green. Yeah, the world's at like its perfect peak type vibe right before
Everyone's just
9/11.
kinda chilling.
Yeah, basically 98
Pre-9/11.
to like pre 9/11 before after 98 is like the most perfect time in civilization.
98 to 01.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, that's
Wow.
a fact. Yeah.
Yeah, Pokemon came out.
That movie
in
is
that
like
time period.
that movie is like inevitability. The movie, you know, because it's like
Oh yeah.
it
Because
worked.
he's like if Trinity's in love with you, then you have to be the one type shit.
Mhm. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I was saying like,
No, but that's the whole. They're all like, it has to happen. I believe it with certainty, like that type of shit.
well, so I read a crazy. I'll send you this Reddit thread about what like potentially the movie is actually about because it's insane. But it's what I meant by inevitability of the movie is it's like, you know, civilization will eventually get smart and will either die
Life
off or
imitates
they'll get
art.
smart enough to where they create
Oh.
technology that then replaces them and kills them off. And then the Reddit thread is about robots. Basically, they've already killed us off, and everything that happens in the Matrix is just a simulation that they're running. They create Neo. He's just a program that doesn't know he's a program. And the whole point is that they're trying to figure out what makes humans different from machines. And that ends up being like love, essentially, because that defies any sort of like code or logic, really, you know? And but then he does, you know, he falls in love with Trinity and he sacrifices himself or, you know, like that whole thing. So it's really just the
and
robots.
I watched
trying to
one and
understand humans.
2, and I think 2 ends with him freezing the Sentinels, like doing an EMP on the Sentinels. Like
Mhm.
that's how the second one ends. Dude, the thing that fucking got memory hole that fucked me up is Reloaded and Revolutions came out the same year.
Yeah.
What the
Well,
fuck?
they filmed at the same time.
I know they were filmed
Back
at
to
the
back,
same
yeah.
time, but I was like, oh, Reloaded came out 01. That would make sense. And then Revolutions came out 03. Makes perfect sense.
Mhm.
And then we loaded these up and they were both from 2003. It like pissed me off. I was like, how the fuck did I not remember that? How the fuck did they both come out in 2003? That makes no sense. And they both made 150 million at the box office.
Jeez.
That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
And they
Yeah.
Reloaded, the end of Reloaded, it has a to be concluded. Really crazy.
So
yeah.
it's basically just one movie.
Yeah. I mean,
that
Reloaded's crazy. The freeway sequence in Reloaded where they're like,
Yeah.
that's insane. And then like when Morpheus has like the sword and the pistol, and then like
Mhm.
he like dodges the car and he slices the car so it like flips over, and then as he's turning around, he like shoots the gas tank and then it blows up and he's like
Yeah.
so-
Yes.
bro.
The coolest shit.
Goddamn.
The kung fu in that movie is also crazy. Like they filmed that well, like a real kung fu movie, all that shit. Like the Wachowski sisters know how to film fucking action.
Like that fight scene at the beginning when the Smiths first show up and Neo's just fighting them and he's just like
Yeah, just
his one hand behind his back.
or that scene where a million Smiths show up and he like fights them with a pole
Yeah,
and
goddamn.
shit. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the crazy thing about that movie too, is like you can watch 1 and watch 2 and it like makes a lot more sense if you just watch one right after the other.
Mhm.
Like it makes sense because Smith in the first one is like, I want to be out of this world. I hate it. Like you have to free me. If Zion is destroyed, you can free me. But when Neo flies into him and explodes him, he actually like absorbs part of Neo's power to basically hack the Matrix. And so that's why he's able to hack people and create more of himself. And then I'm probably going to watch fucking Revolutions tonight because that movie's crazy because it's just Neo and him just like, you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, the fight scene at the end's
yeah.
crazy. Or they're in the clouds.
Mr. Anderson, Mr. Magoo,
Mr. Anderson.
Fatty Magoo.
Mr. Flanders.
Mr. Flanders.
I'm in the Miggity Matrix.
I totally thought I watched it this week.
Mr.
Middly
Haddly diddly middly Morpheus.
Middly Orpheus.
Dude, what you sent me this morning?
Middly Orferino.
I should have known about Dogecoin, about how SNL starts and it literally just has like a 20-cent drop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
like
funny.
did you lose money on Dogecoin?
I mean, yeah, it's now like I've made 250 instead of 350 all time on it, you know?
$250, you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
I turned
okay.
$25 into it was like 340 and now it's down to more like 250.
That's so funny.
But
Yeah, check this out. Like I saw this on Twitter, I guess. And yeah, the moment SNL starts, Dogecoin just drops.
Yeah. Just
Like
immediate.
it'd be a good time to buy it, to be honest. Like, because
well, yeah, I'm probably gonna buy it my next paycheck. I'm gonna get into dude. I was just at fucking Dwayne Reed and the lady behind the counter had her fucking like Coinbase thing up and it was like green, had like 3K. I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm tired of this
Yeah.
FOMO shit.
Yeah.
I'm investing my next paycheck. But the thing is, you got to invest money you don't need. That's the problem.
don't gamble with money you don't have. Yeah. Like it basically needs to be like, you need to budget in, like set aside 100 a paycheck or whatever.
I think that's what I'm going to do. My next paycheck, I'm just going to throw in 100 and do some personal investing.
Yeah.
Fuck
That's
it.
what I'll do.
Just to see what I can do.
Yeah. But
Probably buy like 25 in Ethereum, 25 Bitcoin, like $25. I mean,
Right.
$25 Ethereum, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and then like the other 25, put it in a couple stocks.
yeah. But you got to be good about not like checking it every day because it'll just drive you crazy because you'll see it go down and then you'll panic. You'll be like, oh my God. That is,
Well,
you know,
over a
like,
5-year period, these things only trend up.
yeah, exactly. So
Like that's what's crazy.
So I try not to check mine to more than like once a week, you know. With
Yeah.
Dogecoin, I've been checking a lot, but before this whole craze, like, and that's just because I'm interested, like, but it's not, I'm not.
Why did everyone sell their Doge right when it started? I don't
Probably-
get
was
I mean,
expecting
did they-
it to go up.
Yeah. Did you,
Everyone expected it to go up because they thought he was gonna fucking be really big on it on Saturday Night Live.
did
Right.
either of you see any of Saturday Night Live?
No,
yeah,
fuck
it
that
was.
show.
It was. I didn't watch it.
I
but,
kind of wish
mean,
I had
God,
now.
The Gen Z millennial or the Gen Z hospital one, which I guess is a play on General Hospital, but Gen Z hospital one was terrible. It was just a bunch of people in like blue hair saying "bestie." I mean, it's literally like something out of a nightmare.
You're right.
And then there one was like a skit about Wario sleeping with Princess Peach, but Princess Peach also has an Italian accent. And Grimes
Beautiful.
plays Princess Peach.
Okay.
Dog.
And
Yeah.
that's
No
cool. That's
gives.
cool. All right. What,
And
why?
Elon, hey guys, I'm not awkward at all. I'm normal. Like, yeah. So this is called Asperger's. This is a spectrum, neurodivergence. Just like a medical school, just pulling up SNL. So I mean, it's like he
case study.
apparently like admitted or like said he had Asperger's, and it's like Kanye West telling me he has Asperger's. Like I don't need the most obvious Asperger's case in the world to tell me they have Asperger's.
Right.
Like Kanye's like, it's like, yeah. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm more concerned with you being a billionaire, sir.
Yeah.
Did he wait? So did you see clips from it at all, or are you just guessing that's how he was?
No, I subjected myself to like 30 seconds of
A YouTube
like,
clip.
no, like his monologue, his opening monologue, and like the audience is giving him like very polite laughs and stuff like that. Fuck SNL, honestly. Like the way SNL tries to wield itself as a political weapon, like culturally, is so illegitimate. Like they have platformed so many pieces of shit. I mean, fuck them, dude. Fuck
No,
this shit.
dude.
Like, I'm sorry.
No.
You had Bowen Yang on. This was my problem, man. I'm telling you, SNL. Bowen Yang was on there talking about stop Asian hate, do better, you can do more by just these vague, like watch Chinese movies or something, like this vague shit. And then they have the guy who's a billionaire who made his who literally like quintupled his net worth, went from like probably several billion to 200 billion because of the fucking pandemic, who also denied that the pandemic was going to be a problem. You have him on just months after that shit. You're a fucking clown. Like that's the shit that pisses me off.
Yeah.
The pandemic, the backlash from the pandemic is the reason there's fucking Asian like directed violence happening. And you had the guy who said it's not a big fucking deal on your show to host it. Like, I wonder what Bowen Yang thinks of that shit. But he's in the fucking Gen Z hospital fucking skit with Elon Musk. And it's like, y'all should just fucking gobble cyanide pills. All of you.
Yeah.
You're complicit in one of the worst cultural institutions that we have.
The moolah is the motive.
The lib-owned NBC.
NBC stands for Nobody Cares.
Damn.
Woo!
Got him.
Dude,
speaking of really great television shows, R.I.P. Lily Singh. That show,
Yeah,
I was
like-
my favorite.
Damn.
Tuned in every episode of that.
We talked about her on the pod forever ago. And it's
Yeah.
crazy that because that was like when the show had just started, really. Maybe like a month or two after that. So, you know, it's cool that we outlived her.
To me, it's the same like humorless,
horrible show.
purely political, spiteful humor as like on the right, as like on the left as they have on the right, like Greg Gutfield, like on Fox News.
Mhm.
Have you ever
know who
seen
that
these
is.
Greg? Okay, I'll pull it up. But
It's
it's
a
the
great
same
name,
thing
though.
where it's
Greg
like
Gutfield.
we're gonna make really heated political points, but we're gonna try and make it comedy afterwards. Like that was the
God.
Lily Singh thing for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like instead of making something that's funny, make something that's political and then try to make it funny afterwards.
Yeah. Make something that's pretending to be funny.
Well,
We're just
from what I
acting,
remember-
guys. We're just acting funny.
What I remember about her jokes were that they were just like, I don't know. Well, one just like super obvious. Like she made a joke about how what was it was like she was doing something with this group of comedians.
Wasn't there a bit that was like, you're a woman of color, Harry, or something like that? I mean, like just something like
Well, yeah, a lot of
God.
jokes had to do with the punchline was that being the first woman of
Yeah.
color to have a late night show. Which
yeah, that was
cool.
the
Like,
whole first episode. And even their
Mhm.
like canned, like oxygenated, like sugar rush audience couldn't even eep out laughs for that. Like,
mhm. She was talking about, she like listed a bunch of like white male comedians and then said like the joke was like, who's she going to ask for a hair tie? It's like that level of like,
yeah.
geez.
Wow.
Ah.
Wow. Here, this is
I was looking at Max's
This is like
face
the Lily
specifically to
Singh of
see.
Fox News for me. Like,
banned from Facebook for 6 months. I think we have a picture of the board. But really, their judgment to extend the ban was about as shocking as Kat's inevitable annulment. All Facebook did was kick the can known as Donald Trump down the road. It's like when Six Flags tells Chris Christie he's not allowed back on the rides until those 37 funnel cakes are properly digested.
God.
I mean, just
Just like
Judge.
the guys in the background.
dog shit.
So excited for your show.
Because Christy
It's 'cause
fat.
he's fat.
Because he's fat.
Fat.
And he goes to Six
We don't
Flags
like
and eats
him.
funnel cake.
And when
We
you
don't-
so when you're
We
big,
don't like him.
you fat. If you're riding a roller coaster, you can't because you're fat.
Fat.
He's big. The
like
guy's
fun-
fat. He
cake-
eats a lot.
Cake will make you fat,
Funky.
Fat guy.
Fat.
like Chris T.
Chris fat.
Or like Chris XXL
Chris
size T. Christy.
Christ eater. Eaty Christ.
Chris Icy smoothie.
Chris iced
Chris
tea
drink.
with a lot of sugar in it because he's
Sweet
Sugar in it. With extra scoops of sugar in it to be because he's fat. Chris iced tea, but not just tea, not regular unsweetened tea with ice in it. Lots of sugar.
Lots. Many.
But yeah, That was the Lily Singh thing. Was like a guy ghosts me. That type of stuff. That's like half that humor is, wow, it's tiny beanie Brooklyn guy ghosts me. Like,
Yeah, just posting
half of that shit.
It's
Just
Lily
dog
Singh
shit.
posting L's.
Yeah.
It's funny, like some commercials like these days have actually started to hit the mark of like what actual, like something actually funny and that subverts expectations and like kind of hits the mark. It's like more often than not the case.
If you
So,
start
like,
coming on here talking about commercials that you thought were funny, you're gonna.
well, I don't
not be a
have
part
any
of
in
the show
mind.
anymore.
I just know that I've seen them like, wow, that actually like got a little chuckle out of me. You usually see that. But
Chuckle at me. Either the commercials are getting funny or I'm getting brain damage from smoking weed and getting shot in the head with paintballs every week.
Man.
Kind of funny to me.
That kind of
The camel
commercial.
is walking through the office saying, "Do you know what day it is?" That kind of that's Wednesday, hump day.
I could see myself buying this
Oh my
product
God.
now.
So easy a caveman could do it. I mean, that's not even how I think most of the time. That's not what I was thinking.
so like
But I could buy that.
late night shows like that though, like content like that, I don't know if I think that's better or worse than like, I don't know, like I was watching what are they fucking called? Rhett and Link.
Brilliant point.
Like Rhett, have you ever watched a Rhett and Link video? It was like them looking back at old videos they did, and I just like was like, what is it like being a fan of this brand?
Yeah,
the Rhett and Link Good Mythical Morning brand. Like, what is? So I just peeped the video.
I remember back when they did like, even before they did their like little low budget local business commercials, even before then, when they were just like YouTubers, just YouTubers. Like, I remember that shit.
Yeah, and they're a full on.
I didn't know they
they're-
were anything but that. I thought they just.
Oh, they're like a show. I mean, they're like a whole. They have a huge. Yeah, Rhett and Link. I mean, that's an institution of YouTube.
They have 17 million subscribers. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
like how? I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying
Their
they're like.
description is two guys who are only getting older, trying our best to maintain our childhood friendship. Oh, that's sad as hell.
Yeah, bummer.
I'm not trying to hate on them because, like, obviously they're just super
Fundamentally
successful and
different people at different stages in their life.
there's a lot of worse content out there that is even bigger, sadly. But like they'll be like, their videos are like, will it smoothie, and then they'll like make smoothies out of a bunch of gross shit and then drink them.
Yeah, their newest uploads are Link straightens Rhett's hair. Florida man lets his son drive off road. Two men eat grape nuts. We review our kids' toys.
Right.
We finally reunited and made social distancing arms, which are just long arms. Rhett becomes Jason Momoa for his wife because he has a beard. So there you go. That's
Yeah, he's got like dreads too.
My OCD song from 6 years ago, 58 million. Epic rap battle, nerd versus geek.
Whoa.
Christ.
Wow, dude. That's how can you possibly compare the two, man? They're so different.
Yeah,
49 million views.
Yeah.
I'm on vacation, parentheses, song, 31 million views.
Oh my god.
Epic rap battle of manliness, 8 years ago, 29 million views. Yeah, this is great stuff, man. This is great.
29 million views.
So they just ripped off the Epic Rap Battles brand.
I'm gonna see if Lily Singh's being executed on Live Leak yet. Adult skills I don't have. Lily Singh. Damn. So she's doing like.
Is she back to YouTube?
Oh, she's one of. Oh, you know what it is? She's one of those fucking YouTubers who, funny girl, wears guy clothes and draws a Sharpie mustache on herself. Fucking
like Jenna Marbles.
fucking brilliant. Yeah, Jenna Marbles, dude.
When she got the show, a lot of YouTubers were just like, yeah, no, it's like, Lily's fine or whatever, I guess. But why the fuck did they give her the show? It's just like, like none of them like praise her at all, but they're just always like,
If you gave me a show,
The show.
If you gave me a show like that right now, I'm telling you, it'd be absolute dog shit. It would not. They would not.
Oh, yeah.
A late night talk show format is barely funny at its best.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Like, even when like Conan or Craig Ferguson were doing it, it was. I mean, Craig Ferguson is the best one ever, in my opinion. You know,
it's
Craig
just
Ferguson?
it's fully dated. Like it's gonna disappear in like 20 years,
Yeah.
probably. Right?
Yeah. Oh
I
my
guarantee
God.
it. It's just not relevant anymore.
Doja, Juicy, and
That's what I'm saying.
Doja Cat, Juicy, and Say So. My parents react. It's her dressed up as her own parents reacting to this shit.
Very cool. Very cool.
I'm throwing it in chat if you want to watch that in your free time. Not on company time.
Free time.
That's the funniest shit when people I work with suggest that I do something outside of work hours. I'm like, you're on the strongest fucking meth I've ever heard of in my life. If you think I'm doing an ounce of work once this shit hits 5, you're out of your fucking gourd.
No.
You're fucking huffing Freon if you think I'm going to do anything. All right, this episode definitely is going to be called Fuck Tony, episode 84. Thank you guys for watching. If it sounded like shit, it's 100% Tony's fault, even though it wasn't really his fault.
Hey, not even worried about it.
Yep. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Talk to you guys next week. The audio will be better. It may even just sound fine. You may even not have noticed it until I said it.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows? Anyways, talk to y'all later. Love you. Peace.
Bye. Peace.